welcome everybody. Douglas V. Gibbs, Mr. Constitution here for another video. And typically I get into constitutional issues, political issues, something like that. This is maybe a little off the beaten path, but it's necessary. So a while back I had noticed because I like to Google my show on KPRZ just to make sure that all of the podcast platforms are properly carrying it. I have, I think, 8 podcast platforms from KPRZ. It's part of Salem Media that shows my show or allows my audio of my show to be out there. And there's like 4 others that have since attached. KPRZ, that's a station down in San Diego, 1210 AM. I can't remember the FM. And I'm on there Saturday nights, 9 p.m. weekly. And so Saturday, 9 p.m. weekly. Okay. So I check the Google, and I want to make sure the platforms are carrying it. And I come across Audacy, and Audacy shows me that the last episode was back in July. Concerned, I, eventually let the station know, hey, what's going on with Audacy? Why is my last episode going back to July? And they, so then they contact me with this, and it says, Hi, Douglas. I checked the Audacy podcast page, and all the episodes are there. All episodes of Mr. Constitution Hour by Douglas V. Gibbs, Podcast 1, or Podcast Audacy. That's the link. And then it says the link in your screenshot is different than the page that directs from Audacy.com podcast. So this is the, to show you real quick, so this is the screen they showed me. And as you can see right there, in the middle is, most recent episode, November 8th, and that was last Saturday, the previous Saturday. Today, then I recorded this is November 13th, actually. Last night's episode will show up like probably Tuesday or Wednesday. But it is up to date. And so I'm like, okay, funny, it's up to date. What's going on here? And so I double checked again, and, now we hear all the time that Google has been censoring people. And I don't know if it's censorship or it's just there's something they've done that's changed things and the right one is not popping up. I believe it could be censoring. Possibly. Maybe. So anyway, but to show you what I'm talking about, I made a little video of me going through this. So here you go. Watch this. So as you can see, I hit the top link. The top link was the one that, the average person would hit. Then I go to the page, I scroll down, I make sure it's on, most recent or all episodes. And right there you see it, July 5, 2022 is the most recent episode. What the heck? What's going on here? So once again, I'm not saying I for sure think they're censoring, but it sure seems like it. The most recent link at the top of the page when you look up Mr. Constitution Hour Audacy on Google comes up with a link that shows the last shows way back in July. Now here's the question. Why July? What's the difference between the episodes? Let's take a look. Okay, so here I am. I'm on the Audacy page, the one that's updated. And you go back, all the way to like March and all that. And you can see I was going through the Constitution. So we've got, in March, establishing the presidency, executive branch. Article 3, judicial branch, full faith and credit, March 29th. That's Article 4. Article 5, April 5th. I'm going through the Constitution, and it's just basic constitutional information. And we get closer to June, and we have, once again, Reconstruction Amendments, Progressive Era. That's the 16th and 17th Amendments. June 14th, Prohibition, Women's Vote and Presidential Elections. That's basically 18, 19, 20, and 21 amendments. And the final amendments on June 21st. Then what do I do after that? Defending liberty. Talks about the importance of defending liberty, recent Supreme Court decisions. Get into July 19th, revival. I'm starting now to talk about Christianity. Wait a second. I think that's about where it cut off. Technology and corporations. While I'm on YouTube, I can't necessarily get into details I'm talking about, but, technology and corporations colluding with government, creating things that might be harmful to people. Also, when it comes to technology, the effect that it might have on our ability to vote and irregularities or the potential or whatever, states suing the federal government in August. That was regarding, another touchy issue, as you can see by what it says right there. Christian influence on America's founding, August 9th. So I'm, fighting mad, religious freedom, popular sovereignty. I'm getting right of resistance, representative government, biblical foundation, and so forth. So I'm getting into episodes that maybe aren't, it's not just, basically going through the Constitution. I'm doing more than just going through the Constitution. So, once again, not accusing for sure, because I don't know for sure, but it is interesting that when you look up on Google, my show, Mr. Constitution Hour on KPRZ, kprz.com, you can check out Mr. Constitution Hour on any of the podcast platforms out there, except for maybe Audacy, if you look it up on Google. But when I start getting away from the Constitution and into more serious subjects that talk about things that they might consider, I don't know, information that is not the information the way they want it to be the information, suddenly those aren't being allowed. Or at least that's not. And once again, it's not that Audacy has censored me. It's not that those episodes don't exist. It's just that Google has done what it has done is at the very top of the list, as we looked at earlier, the top link takes you back to July. And unless you know to hit Audacy and go looking a little deeper, you go, whoa, there hasn't been episodes since July. Oh, but look, here's all these episodes about the Constitution. All right, I'll listen to those. But the dangerous subjects suddenly are not available, at least on that particular page. Once again, you got to dig, you got to look, you got to know what to do. You got to know that you got to go further. Now, when you go to that page, what I noticed is if you hit Audacy and then enter Mr. Constitution in the search, then it goes to the page that the radio station had sent me a link to. But that's weird how that first page from the first link at the top of the Google search sends you to a page that says last episode was in July, and he's not talking about scary stuff yet. He's just talking about the Constitution. Go check those out. So anyway, I just thought it was fascinating. I thought you might get a kick out of seeing that, and it is something that I think we should be concerned about. I believe that it could be straight out censorship. I don't have the evidence because I don't work for their office. I'm not in the minds of the people who are involved in doing all of that, but it definitely looks like, it looks incriminating to me, looks curious, suspicious, whatever word you want to use. But anyway, so glad to see you. Thanks for watching. Don't forget that everything I do still requires funding. I always need funding, always need help. There's a lot of things I'm working on right now, or restoring, not restoring, but renovating my website. We're also we're working to create a physical location, a Constitution Education Resource Center. There's all kinds of things we're working on. So you feel free to donate. You can go to douglasvgibbs.com, politicalpistachio.com. You can get me on Venmo and the like. All right. So see you next time. Thanks for watching. God bless America. United we stand, combined we kick butt. God bless America, my friends. God bless you. I'm out.